Hello, welcome. You guys a little more to the whichever side than I normally do. Hello, welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy beginning of week 2 of 2023. How are we doing? Are we doing good? Are we Ooh, I like all of these cards today. Sorry, I'm just pulling trying to get ahead of the game. Yes. I like all of the cards for today. But how are we doing? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling energized? Are you going to be doing all of the things today? Are you just getting your plans set up, your agendas, your planners, your bullet journals? Are you brainstorming or plotting? What are you doing today? I have moved several of these down. These 2 orange stickies are like 3/4 of the way done. The purple stickies I have not done. So one of those will be this evening's fun painting situation. This one, what is this one? Oh, that one I also am hoping to film either tonight or tomorrow morning. And then these 4 stickies are about halfway done, if I'm being honest. So, but these were my week 1 tasks. Although these 2 are actually week 2, because I did finish 2 of them this week. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm doing decently on my orange stickies. I've got 1 out of 3 of my purples. I've gotten both of my like bright yellows, yay, and I've gotten 2 of my hot pink ones, which that was like this week and next. So I'm like ahead of the game in some of them, and then like behind in others, like fully on track with some. So I'm like trying to judge how I'm going to adjust things for week 2. Because there are certain things that are in this box for like week 1 that should have gotten done, really should have gotten done. They were supposed to be top priority, and then I treated them like they were bottom priority. So they did not get done so far. So I need to like kind of make sure I have my priorities correct for week 2. Sort of like make sure that the top priorities get done like Monday, Tuesday. Like that's it. Can't go past that. So that's kind of how I am trying to frame, and I'm going to be working with my planner to kind of make sure that those things get done instead of just migrating the tasks from one day to the next. Like there needs to be like hard deadline. And this is where I need to go back to my word or phrase of the year. So because my phrase was follow through. And specifically I had sort of in mind follow through with those promises that you make to yourself. Because I can promise somebody that like I'll look something up for them, I'll do something, I will make sure I have this by XYZ. And I'm like 90% of the time, I think, like relatively 90% of the time, I'm good at keeping those deadlines for others. Occasionally there will be like some time issues that I have to like, I say I can do things, I realize I can't. I'm like, hey, can I have like a little bit of it? A little bit of it. But like when I promise someone else generally that I'm going to do things for them, those things generally get done. Generally. I mean, there are some things like I keep telling Megan that I'm going to get Cinderella done, but it hasn't happened. So apologies to Megan and Megan's boyfriend, because the Cinderella retelling is one of those things that I have failed at delivering to other people. But generally, I am good at keeping my promises. I'm good at following through and looking things up, delivering things, whatever it is that they need. I'm good at that for other people. I am terrible at it for myself. Whenever I set deadlines or I give myself promises, oh, I'm going to do XYZ, or, oh, I'm going to have this by here. It never happens. I'm terrible at keeping promises to myself. And so that I think in some ways affects affects my self-confidence because I don't have trust in myself. Because I say, oh, I'm going to do it. And then like in the back of my head, I'm like, no, I'm not. Because I never keep my promises to myself. So that's what 2023 is supposed to be, that year of follow through, especially with those promises to myself, and to make sure that that I'm building that trust in myself again. So I am going to be working on making sure that those top priority things actually get done. And yeah, so that's part of it. Part of what I'm going to be working on today is making sure that I set aside the time to get those things done in the first 2 days this next week. Does anybody else have problems like keeping the promises that you make to yourself? Or is that just like a me thing? I don't know. I just like, I always feel like, oh, these people, they set their goals, they set out and they make it. And I'm like sitting over here going, oh, I'm restarting my goal for like the 15th time. So I'm really terrible at keeping goals to myself, or goals, keeping the promises and the goals that I set for myself. I'm sorry, y'all. I have a hangnail, and if I don't clip it, I'm gonna like rip my skin. Those comics where they're like, oh, picking at your skin, and then you just think you're just gonna peel like a little bit, and it's like all the way down your arm. That's what it feels like. So I needed to clip that. Apologies. I have had coffee this morning. You can probably tell. How are we doing? Are we okay? Are we okay? 1 week into 2023, how are things setting up? Are we doing okay? Are we still motivated? Are we I got to the midweek Wednesday, and I was just like, oh, my energy is just like bottoming out. I went to bed early last night and managed to still sleep until way later than I wanted to this morning. So I did not get up and do my morning writing like I wanted to do. So hooray. Another promise that I'm still working on keeping to myself is adjusting my sleeping hours. The night owl who wishes sometimes that you are morning owl, it is a problem. Morning owl, morning bird, early bird. Yeah. Words. Paget says, hi, hello. Monique says, hello, everyone. Hello. Happy time zone, says Megan. And Katya, hello, welcome. Ooh, is this Princess Leia? This is so cool. Okay, let me make it bigger. That's so cool. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, I love that. That is so cool. Did you make this? This is amazing. I love the colors in the background too. Oh, perfect. I love it. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna stop oohing and awing, but it's very cool. That's very cool. Here is the AuthorTube channels and Sprint links URL. It should be pinned to the top of the chat because I think I remembered to do that. Yes, I did. Fantastic. CB says hello. Hello. Welcome. Cool Gamer says hello. Hello. CB says you're reading and watching Endgame today. Ooh, nice. I feel like you guys are super wobbly. Oh, it's because you weren't on the flat. You were on the curve. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Hopefully so. Monique says, I'm here because I need to work on Darcy's character arc for your modern Pride and Prejudice story. You also have an idea on what you want to do, but you want to talk things out here in the chat. Gotcha. Elizabeth says, hello, everyone. You just made peanut butter and chocolate chip cookies. So you're very ready to get some words down. Yes. CB is not sure how productive you'll be. Well, if you're watching Endgame and reading, adding the third productivity task to that might be a little much for juggling. Monique says you also have a D&D game later. You also researched places to go for your birthday weekend vacation. Nice. Nice. Hannah, hello. Welcome. CB says be right back. B.A. Pescar, hello. Hey, y'all. Hello. How are you? And CB says, okay, I'm back. Good. Sonia says, I'm working on Renegade, which is your 4th vampire novel. Nice. Rosalind says, hello. Laura, hello. Hello. BA says, oh, that's totally me. Why I still have not finished one of your 3 works in progress? Yes. The follow through, those keeping the promises to yourself. Okay. It's not just me. But yeah, building that trust in myself is going to be one of my, it's going to be one of my goals for this year, is because I struggle with this so much. CB says, I set myself promises, but if I decide I did something wrong, then those promises are null and void. That's an interesting way to phrase it. So you're like punishing yourself for not keeping your promises? Or you let go of those promises because those promises are usually your rewards, maybe? Hannah says, that's definitely me too. You flip-flop wildly between setting goals and having too many, and then not even trying to hit them for fear of failing. Yes, this is me. And I think I have definitely fallen onto the too ambitious side of things this year. But I'm going to see what I can get done. That's what I'm trying to like set my mind to, as sort of like, see how much of this too ambitious nonsense that I can get accomplished, but also like my top priorities need to get done. So those need to be met. Prophet Moonstruck, hey, hello, happy new 2023. Yes. Laura says, I've been refocusing on refilling the creative well this month. You've watched 3 movies, 1 season of an anime, reread 8.5 volumes of a manga series. You're having a blast. You're setting up your creative well journal. Okay, so you may have heard of this movie. I don't know. I saw a trailer last night for Renoir. Is that it? Renault? What? Brain. Why is no. What is his name? Dracula's servant who eats bugs. Renfield. Lord, my brain. Why couldn't I remember that? So there's I saw a trailer for a movie called Renfield. And it's supposed to be that Renfield is going to this like therapy meeting because he wants to escape from his boss. And it looked hilarious. And I don't know. Okay, yes. Okay, I just saw. So excited for Renfield. Yes, okay. This was what I was. Yes. Because his character is so wildly different in portrayals in a lot of different things. Because from like Van Helsing, where he's the same guy as Benny from the Mummy movies. What is that actor's name? Yeah. So, but there's just like, he's an interesting character for sure. And I'm interested in the new spin on his character. CB says, an example, you're all ready to start playing your new Sonic the Hedgehog game and you couldn't, and still haven't found your other Switch games, and you're currently banned from playing video games except for bingo. This seems odd. Is it because you want to do that more than other games so it wouldn't feel satisfying if you were playing the other games? Maybe? I don't know. Monique also says, Katya, your profile picture is amazing. Yes, I agree. CB says you watched the A-Team, the Butler, the Infinity Wars so far, and now you're in the end game. You did work on your plans for Camp Nano during Amber's stream. Yes. Okay, so here is Monique is setting up Darcy's character arc. She's going to be autistic and demisexual, doesn't talk about her autism or her sexuality until the midpoint. Okay. Are you going to seed some foreshadowing in there, which I think is going to be probably necessary? Movie day for CB. Yes, you're planning to pour a lot of your gifted child past into her. Gotcha. Klatscha says, I need words. Hopefully we can help you with that today. CB says, punishing yourself is part of the Weaver syndrome. Okay. Gotcha. Laura's so excited for Renfield. Yeah. Ooh, Nicolas Cage is playing Dracula. Okay, I did not get that far into the trailer. I did not see Dracula's face before the ad was over. CB says, I'm very excited for the Super Mario movie. Nice. Nice. Playing bingo is part of your homeschooling. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Monique says, I need to work on her profile. Yes, gotcha. Okay, let's do the cards and then we will get to work. All right, so today, very good cards. So first I pulled from the Lucid Dreams set, and I pulled Strength from the Major Arcana, which in the upright position is strength in all of its forms, physical, emotional, mental. It also comes with that determination and sort of that action as well sometimes. So self-love and respect, unconditional love, courage, inner strength, influence, compassion, persuasion, and inner stillness, it says. Interesting. So that is this deck's. Okay, why are you not focusing on anything? There we go. So inner strength seems to be the theme of the Lucid Dreams Strength card. Then you also have, from the Shadowscapes, the Knight of Wands, which this is like the pure action and fiery energy, especially towards your passions, either passion projects or your relationships. Could be too hot-headed, though, so be careful of not being too hot-headed or too full of hot air. And then we have the Panther, which is reclaim your power. So all three of them, I think, have to deal with our strength, action, and passions, which I think is like we have a trifecta of that, which is perfect. Okay, so let's read what our Panther do. There you are. Sorry, had to get the correct. It takes courage to face the challenges, and right now the Panther is here to say that you are braver than you think. Now is the time to take a risk, step into a different aspect of your being, speak as you have never spoken before, act as if you have always dreamed you might have the courage to act, love fearlessly and fully, and expect to feel the adrenaline rush as you are initiated into a newer, braver, and bolder self. The Panther says that the time for dreaming about what you want to do is giving way to the first courageous act towards reclaiming your Panther spirit and your power. Your new identity may feel strange at first, but you have what it takes, and your soul wants this, so be bold. So I think that this is a very nice trio. Inner strength, action, and passion, and then reclaiming your power with that first courageous act to reclaim your true self. I think these three together work very, very nicely, and I love that. So that is our three cards for today. So hopefully we can take those steps that we need to going forward. Rosalind is here. Hello, welcome. You're working on a last-minute edits before sending your manuscript to your editor? Oh, yes. Yes, this is a step that needs courage for sure, is letting it go. Letting it go, giving it to someone else. Siwa says the flooring in the living room and hall are down, but the carpet in the bedroom still isn't, so needless to say you're unwilling. Oh, no. Oh, no. Monique loves the artwork for the Knight of Wands, and the Panther is speaking to you personally. Yes. Yes. Have the courage, take the action, and get the work done. All right. We want to start with the 25 minutes. Let's see. Let's start with the penguin, because why not? I know it's past Christmas, but still. They're cute. All right. 1, save your document. If you have already been working today, that is fantastic. Pat yourself on the back. And if not, or you're ready to switch projects, make sure you open whatever it is that you want to be working on. So I've now opened up my document. Megan says, I'm drinking a lilikoi beverage, and it's so delicious. Strawberry lilikoi beverage, and it's so delicious. Nice. Yum, yum. We're still in winter. Yay, exactly. And penguins are adorable. Okay, good. Good. The penguin can wear a Christmas hat whenever it wants to. Yes, agreed. Agreed. Christmas all year round, right? Okay, so 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. And cheers. 3, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure if you need a longer stretch, please do that. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Oops, I need to do this first. Okay. Cool. I've done several things in my journal and planner. And I was looking at analytic numbers from last year. Yeah. So there's that. So progress of some sort. I think I probably got about, I want to say maybe 150 words all told, written just with pen. The other thing is I'm very much appreciative of the work that I did Friday night. I had a wild and crazy Friday night and decided to make tabs to put on my bullet journal. So I now have little tabbies that stick out so that I can find the right thing. Because this washi tape tab is just for my like fold out grid. And then I kept finding myself going, oh man, I wish I had like done some washi tape or something to find the other ones. Then I was like, it'd be best if I had something that could like, I could visually see exactly what it was. So I did future log and 23 in 2023 so that I know that I still have to journal this, that I have the future log / birthday and my 23 there. And then I have like this one's my TBR down here. And so if I open that up, I have the fiction and nonfiction on the other side, TBRs, and then I have my recommendation pages on either side of that. So I am very appreciative of my Friday night. I just think I want to make some tabs for this journal. So I did that on Friday, and I have been very appreciative because now I know exactly where to flip when I need to add something. So like for the 23 in 2023, I can now find that really easily because it has a tab. Yay. And this was because I purchased a set of like monthly tabs thinking that I was going to use these for the bullet journal. They're not exactly the right color scheme. But I might use them anyway because it doesn't have to be perfect. But I was like, some other tabs might be nice. So I made some. So if you need any encouragement to make some tabs, go for it. I did try in the back doing sort of like an alternate type tab that I had seen other people use, which is where they like cut the page and then make a tab just out of the page itself. So like this one, you can see that if it was like half of it, they would call it a Dutch door or something. But I was like, it doesn't stick out enough for me. So this is where I'm keeping my other notes for the 2023 situation. So chaos reigns in my bullet journal as well. But on the other hand, I'm looking at my analytics for 2022, and I did better than I thought I did. So always a good thing, right? You impress yourself. Okay, let's see. Talking about the juice. CB has a very cute Christmas sweater or jumper with hedgehogs on it, but it's not a super obvious Christmas jumper unless you're up close. It sounds very cute and very warm as well. Naman Singh, hello, welcome. And jumper sounds adorable and warm. Yes. Oh no. The other night you woke up with a headache and smelled gas. You do not get headaches often, but you woke up the engineer and he was like, it's fine. And then he gets up later, messes with the furnace, checks the thermostat, fiddles with the oven, etc. This and that at 3 a.m. So of course you assume death is imminent. Right. Plus you're tired. Then he's like, what's the propane tank at? I don't know. They just came. In November, it was at 0. Oh. So after that, okay. So did they fix it? So they're coming next week, and you're operating off of a small backup tanker. You have the temp at 55 to conserve. Yeah, but so is it leaking? Is that what was happening? It was leaking? Goodness gracious, that's scary. But yeah, the jumper does sound cozy then if you have the temperature at 55. So you have 3 Christmas jumpers. Actually, an Iron Man one that you got last year, a Simpsons one. Ooh, nice. Fun. Monique got busy with writing down Darcy's hobbies and special interests for your Pride and Prejudice story. Clutchy got 283 words. Nice. Ooh, Tiny Scribe got 233. Excellent. Ooh, both ending with 3s. Did anybody else have a number that ended with 3? I wish I could tell you an exact count, and maybe mine would be a 3. CB is nearly finished reading Iron Man 1 and viewing. Nearly finished reading the Iron Man 1 viewing, and you just got past the Howard Potts scene in the endgame. Gotcha. Okay. Monique says she plays piano, likes art museums, vintage historical fashion, word games, puzzles, true crime, mystery novels, and crocheting. Yes. Elizabeth says, read through parts of chapter 7, and you're going to change some POVs for the rest of it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Hannah says, just reading at the moment. You'll swap to writing it once you've finished this chapter. Oh, yes. Just this chapter. Mm-hmm. Is this one of the horror books that you got in your unboxing? Rosalind says, you deleted some scenes and added a few things. Normal editing stuff. Yes. Yes. Elizabeth used the morning today to make a spread for January in your bullet journal. You've been a little lackluster in your bullet journal lately, so it was nice to be super creative again. You made a peach theme. Oh, nice. Peaches are perfect for January, right? Sure. Leslie says she just came up with a new story, about a week ago. So it's about a topic that you've been struggling with. It's not exactly about you, though, but it is personal. Yes. That makes it worth telling, though. All right, let's go to a second sprint. We do want to do a 30-minute one here. Do we want to do the 30-minute teapot, or do we want to do... okay, teapot, penguins, rainbow record, or farting frog? I'm just giving you all the choices. Do you have a 30-minute one that you would want me to play? I have teapot. I have nano googly eyes, ghosty, cat yoga, frog. Elizabeth says farting frog. All right, let's do that one since that's the one I saw first. Our farting frog. Here we go. Present. Share. All right. Farting frog. 1, save your document, especially if you have made some progress. Actually, you should just save it anyway. Make sure you have a recent backup if you have not done so yet this month. And make sure you have something to hydrate with, and go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30-minute farting frog in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. That was, I think, in some ways a less focused sprint for me. I did manage to, I think, finish all of the work that I needed to get done in, I think, in my planner and bullet journal. And I finished looking at my analytics. I'll probably look again later when I'm actually like drafting the reports and making my video script for that, just to double check. But anyway, and then I also managed to get 201 words in the document for another one of my other projects, one of my work in progresses. So, but did you know that when you are looking at your analytics for your channel, that you can look and see not only what country, but sort of like what location within the countries, if that has been compiled, because some of them I didn't have a whole lot of numbers from, so they didn't necessarily like split them. But yeah, apparently, and this is just something that I'm going to show you because I was curious about it, and now I'm going to share it because why not? So if I go into, I'll give you a little sneak peek before we do the self-promo. Don't forget to do your self-promo in the chat. But anyway, so if you go over to your YouTube studio and then you go into your analytics, so you see your overview. And then I put this under 2022 so I could see the whole year. But then when I wanted to know more, I went to see more, obviously. And then if you click geography, it shows you where your views are coming from, if they know. I don't know whether or not VPNs are counted in this or whether or not those are excluded, or if you have some sort of like privacy setting that like doesn't show your location. This may not compile then, but I can look and I can see that most of my views are coming from the US, and Canada being a close second, and then the UK. But you see how these are in blue? If you click these, because they're in blue, I can come down and I can look and see what state is watching. So Minnesota, 10, not a whole lot there, but like 150 views. And I don't know if this is like unique views. So if this is like, if this doesn't count like the number of times that Megan pops in and watches me, or if each of these views are separate. I don't think so, because I don't think that these numbers add up to 8,000. But anyway, so yeah, California is winning by a mile. So anyway, so there's this, but look, you can even do cities. So we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, so I'm going to pop back out to geography. And then Canada only has Ontario. So I don't know if like somebody watches over on like the West Coast, if that populates as a separate area. I would think so, because if you have it, my guess is that these are probably by province, but I'm not entirely sure. Is Norway there? That's a good question. I did not see Norway. No, Norway is not showing. Interesting. So this may not be 100% accurate. And Elizabeth, I don't know if you have some like privacy settings on or something that might not have it compile. But so yeah, so this may not be 100% accurate, but it could tell you where like the majority of your stuff is coming from. So here's CB. So I have England and Scotland under the UK. And Ireland down here, Netherlands, South Africa, Mexico, 10. But when I click on Mexico, even though it's blue, it doesn't have like a separate area. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe they're intending to add regions. I don't know. But anyway, so if I go over here to cities, then it breaks it down as to cities. But again, these are not adding up to like 20,000. So these just might be like the top cities. I don't know. I don't understand how they're like breaking the numbers down. But anyways, they tell you some of the cities that are watching you either repeatedly or several people coming from that city. So New York is on the top. Tyler. So like with a name like Tyler, I wish they would tell you what state it's in or country if it's not here. Because there's a ton of Tylers. There's a ton of Charlottes. If you come to the South, there's a Charlotte in every state. So Huntsville is probably Huntsville, Alabama. But again, I don't know. Not sure. So yeah, I wish they would put the state as well. But again, I don't know. But it's kind of interesting to see like the spikes of when that happened. And usually it's like a chunk. So maybe they recommended you, or they recommended to the channel to the homepage in that city. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Because here you get 17 in New York. Here you get 19 in New York. Here in September, you got 15 in Tyler, and then another 15 in Tyler a month later. So I have no idea how this is being calculated. I wish they would tell you that, but there's no like extra really information. But it's kind of interesting. I don't know. So anyway, so apparently you can break it down by country and then city, but I don't know if there's like a maximum or minimum number of like people that have to be watching for it to be calculated. I don't know. But anyway, I found that fascinating because I didn't realize that like I could look and see that I had viewers in like Pakistan and Sri Lanka, and like I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, so that's interesting. So you can see how worldwide you are, which is kind of fun. I don't know. I got a little like kind of nerdy excited about it. But I also wish that I have to spend some more time looking at the analytics, because every time I look at the analytics, I get frustrated because when I want to look at like month by month numbers, they want to break it down by content. So they want to do month by month, like your top videos. And I'm like, no, I just want like the views. And so for me, it's not easily intuitive once you start digging down into it, other than like the ones that they clearly know people are going to want to look at, like which videos did well. I'm like, sure, but I want to know overall. So maybe I should be playing around more with that overview page. I don't know. Anyway, okay, don't forget that was the self-promo sprint. So make sure that you do a little bit of promo and pop that in the chat before I get to the bottom of the chat. My self-promo is that you can get my journals on Amazon, and the link is in the description. They are very cool. 3 or 1 card draws in paperback or hardback. Now much more travel-friendly size than the large print is. But yeah, so those are there and available should you want them. Okay, let's check out the... Okay, Tina says, here's my YouTube channel. So make sure you are following your fellow sprinters as well. You go live every first Friday to chat about various topics. This month was goals. Yes. Megan says, check out my Substack newsletter for all of my writings. And here is Megan's Substack link. Here is Tina's website. And here is Megan's link tree, where you can find all of Megan's things. And your latest Instagram post, you share an super easy salmon recipe. I saw that and it looked delicious. Oh, okay. This was note to moderators. Yes. So here is Tina's website, properly linked. Clutch, I got 439. Yay! And you finished your goal for the day. Fantastic. That's amazing. CB was watching Call of the Midwife, and now you're on Iron Man 2. Tina says, also, if anyone is interested in being interviewed for Tina's blog, you do that every Thursday, and you have a form to make it easy. And so there is the form for signing up to be interviewed. Elizabeth got 323 new words in the new point of view. Nice. Didn't know that you could find the location, let alone the country. Yeah, I had no idea either, and I don't know when they added that. California is winning, even though there's so few people on the West Coast in AuthorTube. I wonder if it's that there are so few making content, but I would think that there's plenty of people in California who are watching and participating, because there's plenty of people who want to be screenwriters or story writers for like the gaming industry. This is where we're talking about Norway not being there. You're in Ontario as well. Okay, yes. Everybody is in Canada. You want to know if it says Bergen? It did not. I didn't see Bergen anyway. Maybe it is only you. Oh no. That might be true. Yeah. Catherine wants to know if Tina is interviewing for a written blog or a YouTube video. Megan says, oh yeah, love looking into the analytics and reading the data. It's fascinating. It's really interesting. And I didn't think I had that many viewers in Texas, but I suppose it makes sense because there is like a small hub of AuthorTube that is in Texas. And it seems to have expanded over the last 6 months to a year, I feel like. Yes, probably. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, what else? Anybody else have some self-promos? If not, we will move on. And I think we are going to go to one of the teapots. Teapots. We'll do a 25. This is going to take us over the top of the hour. But that's okay. If you have to say goodbye at the top of the hour, just say goodbye in the chat. And but you can always feel free to stick around. And let me know if you are up for a bonus sprint that will take us probably about to 4:30. Wait, no. Today is Sunday. We're going till 5. Yo, never mind. Forget I said any of that. Brain. It's like, wow, time went by really fast. Yeah. Because it's a different day. We have a different schedule today. Hello. Brain. Lord. Alrighty. 1, save your document. And your brains, apparently. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. That was a tasty sip of water. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Save your document. But also make sure that you vote for what you want our next timer to be. Our next timer is going to be 30 minutes. But whether or not you want the purple teapot, which is silent, the babbling brook, which has water ambience, pink penguins, which is silent, or the rainbow record, which is silent. Says we've only got about 7 people who have voted. So if you care what the aesthetic of the next sprint is going to be, or whether or not we have sounds or not, please do vote in the poll. Weaver Words, hello, welcome. We just hit the break after our 3rd sprint, and we are considering what timer we want to use for our 4th timer. Okay, so I am now at 995 words. Minus 201, which I got. So I got 794 that time. Okay. All right. I'm looking at next week. I have gone for like a navy blue with lemons as my accent, lemon or yellow color as my accent color. So I have my planner set up for next week, pretty much. So I'm ready to go for that. I have finished one of the books that I was reading. So that was my ebook. So that is my first finished read of the year. I'm almost done with my first nonfiction of the year. I still have a little ways to go with that one in terms of reading goals. And I have not yet started a physical fiction book, which is strange for me. But that's just one of the reasons why I have my physical TBR as a goal to try and diminish that this year. But yeah. All right. So this is in regards to, I would love to save my brain. Sometimes I feel like it's sprung a leak. Yes. Ashley was having some trouble with the Fiverr terms of service. You had edited a book and then you wrote a review for it, but the author used it as a testimonial, which happens to be against Fiverr terms of service. So we're hoping you don't get in trouble with that. Heather popped in and said, hello. CB is going to go on hiatus. Weaver Words said hello. And Elizabeth said 326 more words. You think that's it for you today, though? You did not get chapter 7 done, but you are very happy with getting edits for chapter 2 through 6 done during the first week of January. That's amazing. And Elizabeth said good night to everyone. And hopefully you will join the stream tomorrow. I hope so, too. All right. This is going to be our 4th sprint. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. And, okay, it says that the Babbling Brook, which has a water ambiance, is the winner. So I need to go pull that up. Okay. Present, share screen. All right. So we have this ready to go. All right, 1, save your document. Make sure you save all of the wonderful progress that we are making. 2, make sure that you have something to hydrate with. I did go refill my water glass, so cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Again, remember, if you need a longer stretch or you need to stand up and walk around, please do so. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Please take care of yourself as we are writing. Here we go. 30 minutes, Babbling Brook in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. That was the fourth sprint, 30 minutes. How much did we do? I got 11:06. So I passed the 2,000 word mark, which is great. 21:04 currently for totals in this document, which is fantastic. How did y'all do? Did you manage to get some words, editing, all the good things? Let's see. Weaver Words, it says you proofread a chapter during that sprint. Nice. Excellent. And is it ready now, or does it need some editing? Megan says, you brainstormed for your Substack, and you're trying to think of what you should write an essay about. Gotcha. Good question. What is it that you want to? It seems pretty random. I think I'm just going to put you in timeout because that is... It's a little weird. Yeah, a little weird. Well, it was more of like when you have somebody who wants to like read your future for you. Oh, you're having problems with this thing that a lot of people have problems with, and maybe you're worried about a car, or you're a child, or a neighbor, or a... I don't know. Just seemed weird. I'm like 90% sure might be a robot, but I'll just, for now, time it out. Heather says, you've been letting this run while making dinner. Nice. Excellent. Good. Okay, Megan says, I've been hit with a strange ennui, and you don't want to write much of anything. You just want to write, and it doesn't make sense. You could try stream of consciousness writing and just see where it takes you. So it's more of like a journaling technique rather than necessarily a focused topic. Let's see. We have about 15 minutes. I'll use the purple teapot and I will scroll it down to about 15. And that should take us to the top of the hour. So maybe take this cool down sprint and just journal. Get all the stray thoughts out. All right, so let's do this then. So 15 minutes, save your document. Make sure you take a sip of whatever it is we're hydrating with. We're going to stay hydrated. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 15-minute cool down sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that was the end of that sprint. Okay. Sorry, had to get that brain. I have been going through and marking dates for the rest of the year. I wouldn't term it a content calendar, but there are specific themed blogs that I want to happen at certain points. So I am writing them on my calendar so I know that those have to be done at least a week at a time. At least that's the goal. So before the sprint, Megan said, I feel like I need a really good writing prompt to get you going because right now it's just like, I don't know, butterflies are cool, I guess. And so I latched onto that idea and said, what made you think of butterflies? Go with it. Is it the transformation of butterflies? Is it the colors, the nostalgia of seeing them when we were kids? Feel the butterflies in your gut? Journal about butterflies, whatever butterflies means to you. So Megan said, that's not a bad idea. We'll see where it takes me. But then you'll never publish what you wrote, but that's not the intention of it. But it was an interesting thought experiment. Honestly, what you wrote reminded you of a clumsy rambling similar to Woolf's essay, The Moth. Well, there you go then. So what if you then expand upon this idea and you find other feminist authors whose style, sort of like different styles of essays. So from Virginia Woolf and then from some of your other favorites, and you adopt that kind of style and just see what writing in those styles looks like for you. And then you could write an essay on that experiment. You don't have to, but it's an idea. But yeah, so oopsies, I'm clicking all the buttons without meaning to. All the buttons. Yeah. So Megan says that's a fun idea. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. Hopefully it will be relatively easy to do and have fun with as well. And not just be like homework. But yeah. So, all right. Well, I am satisfied with the over 2,000 words that I have written in that document and the sort of like scheduling layout that I have created for myself, plus a little bit of the editing that I have done today. So not too bad. Save your work. Make sure you save. Also, make sure that you visit the AuthorTube channels and spreadsheet link that is up in the chat. At 5 o'clock, so about 5 minutes ago, the revised writer started. Laura Writes starts at 6 p.m. The return of some of the favorite AuthorTube sibling duo. And then Julie is on at 8 tonight, and Jen Writes Romance is on at 10. So we have several sprints to go to this evening, and then quite a few tomorrow. So yep, there you go. You have places to go. But don't forget to save and enjoy the rest of your evening. Make sure that whatever you have marked off for this first week of January, make sure you pat yourself on the back, acknowledge the achievements you have done, and like me, adjust your priorities for next week and going forward if needed. All right. Have fun. Thank you for joining me, and I will see y'all Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3-ish, and Sundays, 2 to 5. So I'll be around, and I'll be in the chats. All right. Bye.